Welcome to tonight's team call, Team Radiant. This is Tuesday night's call we do every week. Excited to have everybody on the call tonight. Well, I'm kind of discombobulated. I guess was telling Kimberly, I lost half of my notes today, so we're gonna wing a little bit of it, and I'm still a little bit jacked up. We just did Body Beast Build Legs, just finished it, and worked out with Andrea, and she always pushes me to try to keep it in a time frame. So my shirt is soaked. She's telling me this. She's writing me notes. But yeah, so that was awesome. I'm still pretty jacked on that. We listened to Les Brown the entire workout, and he got us going a little bit. So I'm glad to see everybody on, and it was great dinner we had Sunday. That was a lot of fun. Thumbs up, everybody. Did you guys like that? I know some of the food wasn't the best, but I think the company made up for it. Yeah, Catherine wasn't there, but so that was something we're gonna do. We want to get together with you guys at least once a month, something like that. I think next month we're gonna do a picnic at a park with a pavilion or something, and everybody's just gonna bring food, and we'll just have fun and have a place for the kids to run and play and let us be able to kind of get to know each other a little bit more. So that'll be next month. Some of the stuff in the news this week, actually tomorrow, I posted it today, it was an event. Tomorrow we're having a webinar, question and answer. So this is for anybody who you guys have sent the videos to, the 45-second, 45.iwanttoownmylife.com, that, where Mark does the 22-minute video. And at the bottom, there's an FAQ page, so you can go, he has a bunch of questions answered on there. And there's even like the policies and procedures and all that in there. So, so this call tomorrow, it's going to be at noon. It's for anybody who's been past that step and still has more questions. And this is just going to be where you guys can edify me. Say, hey, my Diamond coach is having a question answer tomorrow at noon. I'd love to answer any of your questions, anything. So, and then, then we'll send them back to you, or we'll suggest them to do a three-way call with us. And then I can help you guys with the 6-step close, or if they have more questions, we can, next exposure. So that's tomorrow. Next week, Thursday, our first ever team skate night. Pretty excited about that. I know I just scared Anthony away. But I know we haven't, we roller skated within the last few years. I know somebody I was talking to hasn't roller skated since high school. So, or junior high or something, but she loves skating. I know a lot of people love skating. It's going to be a fun event. So we're opening this up to anybody. Coaches, bring your friends, family, challengers. This is going to be a fun event. There's going to be, just having fun, just building community, building that culture that we're going for. With that, anybody who hits Success Club, which I know we have a lot of people on the edge, Angela, she already smashed it, so we're going to pay for her admission. So anybody who hits Success Club this month will get paid admission into roller skating. No, it's not that much money, but just kind of a little push, little fun stuff. So also what we're having coming up next month, and I'm actually working on the calendar right now. I'm trying to get this done soon. We're going to have a size night, dance night. We're actually going to do it at our church in Valley View. So we're going to have the big youth room to do it with the big screens and the audio system and everything. So I know a lot of people missed out on that live size because they were full. So we're going to do our own version and invite anybody, everybody. We're going to do a fun size dance, and maybe we'll talk a little bit afterwards. Maybe we'll even bring some shakes. I don't know. Maybe we'll just kind of do a whole little event, have fun, be all sweaty and not sweat on our floor this time, right, Ange? To look back at those pictures, and it's funny actually. Ashley, the girl that I was talking to about the roller skating, she is one of Becky's coaches, and she's lost 50-60 pounds. And I remember she was over our house when we were doing a PIO or T25 night, and we just invited all our coaches over, and let's try out this new program. And we had like 12 people there at our house, and Andrea was grossed out a bit by it, but it was fun, and we remembered it because she was just starting her journey then, and she was a lot heavier. and she was like very embarrassed in the back, not really moving. And now she's lost all that weight. She's off of all her diabetic medication. Her numbers are amazing. Her confidence is through the roof, and she's just, changed her life. So it's pretty cool looking back at some of that stuff and how that works. So we are working on the calendar. There's some new things that we're going to be putting in. Maybe I lost that. We're also going to do, I'm going to see if where we're going to do this at, but I'm going to try to get this in this month of September, is doing a movie night where we're going to watch The Rise of the Entrepreneur. So if anybody hasn't seen that, or if you have, this would be a great event to invite people to kind of see what's the industry that we're in. And maybe we'll do a little business op or question and answer after that. But I'm looking for a place that we could hold some people. Maybe it would be the youth group room again if we can. I don't know what the availability is on that, but that's going to be in this month. We are going to do some group getting started right calls. So I know we have new coaches in that we have not gone through that, and that's probably my fault. So we're gonna skip those on the calendar. There's going to be a training group that's going to be starting next month. It's going to be for anybody, re-engaging coaches, new coaches, old coaches, anybody who wants to go through the training. Again, whatever, there'll be a good accountability. We're going to kind of keep it bite-sized, but yet, keep while you're learning, you can also be building your business. So, and that is it. So on those things, do you have anything anything else news coming on? Oh, sales. Do you want to talk about that now?
Sure.
All right, guys. Andrea's been digging into some training lately and really grasping just her business, and she wants to learn more about it. So she's been doing some training and learning it. So she wants to be able to start teaching you guys a little segment of things that she's learned about the back office every week from now on. So, or for a little while. So she's gonna actually take over now, and we'll share the screen in a minute here. But you can go ahead and start, and I'll get the screen ready for you.
That's what I need the screen because I want to on Facebook.
Facebook?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And yours?
Yep. No, I don't need mine. Okay. So, all right. So this is where last week I was kind of like, I'm just getting a fire under me because this time of year, typically I would go back to work. This is the first fall. No, I'm sorry. This is the second fall in a row that I am not back on campus. And I just want to pull my weight. I know that might sound weird, but obviously we have 3 children and I'm doing all that, but I want to show them that I can be successful as a mother and as a homemaker and also financially contribute to the family. So anyway, long story short, I was like, well, where do I start? I don't know what to do. So I went to our, can you guys see the screen? Give me a thumbs up.
No.
Oh, okay.
I have to share it.
Hold on, he's going to share the screen and then.
Why is this not? Okay, share screen. Boom. Boom. All right, guys. Screen is shared.
Okay. So let's see. How can we see that? Thumbs up. Can you see it?
Can you guys see that? Can you hear us? All right, cool.
Okay, cool. So where's the arrow? How do I get the arrow? Okay, there we go. Moving really slow. Okay. So this is our team reading page. See the picture up here. I don't know if everybody really understands 100% what a pinned post is, but right here, see pinned post. So this is where you can put a post in any page that you think is really important. So James has pinned this post. He did it on August 10th. So you can see what time he did it, all that good stuff. So anyway, he was telling me about how great this was, and I just had not had a chance to go through it. So this new coach getting started right. Nicole's not out of work yet. Okay. So anyway, new coach getting started right. So this is about a 50-minute, what do you want to call it? A 50-minute video. And she just goes through so much stuff. I've been a coach for 2 years, but I learned so much stuff from this. So I'm committing for our team calls to teach you guys something that I learn, like one concept a week. So this week I'm going to teach you that. So anyway, I'm going to teach you two things. Pin post. If you didn't know what a pin post was, this is a pinned post.
And from your phone, you actually have to click pinned post.
Right,
It
because
doesn't show.
from your phone, it says pinned post, but it doesn't show this thing here. So you just got to click pinned post. So once you click on this, it's going to take you to YouTube, and it's going to be that 50-minute video. So like I said, I haven't even gotten through the whole thing of it, but let me just now, if I just do this, will that work?
Yeah.
Okay. So now what I'm going to do, one of the things is that we need to know what Beachbody is promoting for the month. So if we're obviously trying to get people set up and get people started, whether it's challenging or coaching, we need to know what is on sale, basically, because that's the best bang for your buck. And typically, I think that most people are going to want to go for what's on sale. So I'm just going to teambeachbody.com because that's how you sign in. I'm going to click sign in over here. James's stuff is coming up, but I'll just do mine. So you do your sign in, and then I'm just going to go to coach, okay? So then I'm going to go to Coach Online Office. You can do Previous Office View, Coach Online Office. These are both basically the same, just one of them looks like the old version. I don't really care. I just sign into whichever one I can click on first, because it's not like I was really used to the old version anyway, so it doesn't matter to me. Okay, so once you're here, this is the easiest place to find out what's on sale, what the promotions are. You go to Incentives and Rewards, the Incentives and Rewards tab, and then you click on Current Promotions. So this is pretty cool because what we used to do was we would sign out, sign in, sign out, sign in, because you have to be signed out to see what the prices actually are. But this is easy. You just sign in, because a lot of times you're already signed in, click on Incentives and Rewards, and then click on Current Promotions. So this is what it's going to tell you, August 2015. So we have the Success Club prize. So they're telling you what the Success Club prize is. August is all about the Team Beachbody Cup. Hit Success Club this month alongside your team, and you have a chance to win some extra rewards while growing your business. So the individual prizes are Tier 1. Okay, I don't know if you guys knew any of this, but you get a selfie stick if your team points are 30. So basically that's plus Success Club 5 or 10. Tier 2, so you guys can read this yourself. I'm not going to read through this, but I'm just explaining to you where it's at. So every single month, this is updated. Every single month, they're telling you what's going on. So then here's the team prizes. Okay, so now if we go down to number 2, challenge pack promotions. This is the big thing. This is where you need to know what is being promoted this month, because this is what's on sale. So, and it's going to tell you how much it costs on sale, and it's going to tell you how much it normally costs. So size and Shakeology pack, that is what a lot of people would want to be set up with this month, because that's what's on sale, is $140, normally $160. Size, with Kickstart, if everybody doesn't know what that is, Kickstart is basically size, the whole package, what you normally would get, with Shakeology plus the 3-day refresh. That's what Kickstart means. So anytime they put a challenge pack and then they use the word Kickstart, they're talking about the 3-day refresh. Why? I don't know where that's coming up. I didn't right click. Okay. So Kickstart is on sale for $180, normally $205. So they're saving an additional $25. And then the third thing on sale is the 3-day refresh and Shakeology challenge pack. It's $140, normally $160. So I just want to encourage you guys to, I'm not saying that these are like one size fits all. Obviously, if you're talking to somebody and they really want T25, you can set them up with T25. If they really want Body Beast, you can set them up with Body Beast. But these are on sale, and these are the promotions. So I don't know if anybody knows this, but 21 Day Fix Nutrition is basically hands down the best nutrition that Beachbody has come out with. And they've proven that by using 21 Day Fix Nutrition in every single program that has come out since 21 Day Fix. We could probably turn it back to the video. I'm done here with that. Okay, so basically, I just want to encourage you guys to talk up whatever is going to be on sale. If you listen to the Monday morning calls, they let you know ahead of time, like, we're going to find out, probably it might even be out actually right now, what's going to be on sale for next month. Sometimes we don't find out until all the way at the end of the month. But
yeah, I usually get a Diamond email that gives it about a week in advance.
Okay, so like about a week in advance, so you have time to talk it up. So like I said, I'm not saying you can't set them up with something that they're asking for specifically, but why wouldn't you want to get the best deal possible? So if you got 3-day refresh and you got Shakeology, yes, you're not getting a program, but you're getting a 3-day refresh to start with. You're going to get great results with that, and then you're going to have Shakeology for 30 days. People lose weight and start feeling better with just Shakeology, with not working out, not changing their eating habits. There is absolutely nothing wrong with the 3-day refresh challenge pack. Plus, they're going to get the 30 days of Beachbody On Demand, which there is a sneak peek of every single trainer in there. So every single trainer has at least one workout. There's full programs in there. I know P90X3 is one of the more recent
All the
full
P90Xs are in there?
All of the P90Xs are in there. 21 Day Fix is going to have a couple of workouts. 21 Day Fix Extreme. So
pretty soon they'll have
Shailene has stuff in there. Pio, there's definitely, that kind of stuff. So just kind of wanted to teach you guys something that I learned. And so if you're out and about, I know that you guys, I know I'm not doing this full time. I'm pretty sure that we don't have any of our teammates that are doing this full time. So we need to know quick, easy ways to find out what's on sale.
Yes, we want to be efficient with our time so that we can manage our time properly. And we're staring at Kat's hand. So, all right, guys. So that's awesome. Some training, some back office, just getting to know a little bit more about our business, because this is our business and we need to own it and take responsibility of those kind of things. So thank you, Ange. If anybody missed that, it's gonna be on the recording, and I'll post that with that. What are you guys making fun of me?
Now that everybody's looking up, let's take a print screen.
All right, we'll do a print screen. Ready? Hold on, let me find it. Smile. All right, gotcha. So, all right, guys, I wanted to talk to you guys a few little things, and I don't know if you guys know about the podcast. I think I've talked to you guys about it a few times, but the podcast called MLM Nation, and I absolutely love it. The guy puts on 3 different ones a week, and it's totally free. So I highly encourage anybody that is, when you're driving, if you have downtime, or if you're doing something where your hands are busy but your mind is open, listen, learn, grow, always. So one of the ways is with this podcast, and it's something that I use a lot. And really, it's just been encouraging to hear. It's not it's not Beachbody. It's not any one company. He interviews people from all sorts of different MLM companies and talks about, interviews them the same questions every time, but they're different people, so the answers are always different, and it's great to learn from other people. So that's been one huge thing. Andrew and I were listening to one after Les Brown, and just stuff resonates with you when you're going through it. So, guys, I want to talk a little bit. Do you have a question? Let me get you. Yes, sir.
I was just wondering, so where can we find the MLM podcast at? It's not on Beachbody, right?
No, it's, so you guys don't have iPhones, right? What do you use for a podcast app?
Nothing.
I have an iPad.
You can get that. You can get it on there, but Androids have. So what you need to look up for Androids is just type in your, what's it called? Where do you look up apps? What's that called? The Marketplace or something like that?
Play Store.
Play Store. So look up that and just look up, or Google it, say best podcast app for Android. And I know there's a few of them. There's a lot of them out there, obviously, because it's not just for Apple. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me unmute Kim. Kim, you guys aren't Apple, are you?
Yeah.
She might have muted herself.
Okay. Hey, Podcast Addict.
What's that?
Podcast Addict. Podcast Addict.
Okay, Podcast Addict.
And it searches the iTunes database. It's basically actually linked up to the iTunes podcast database, and so you can get anything that's on iTunes. It's really simple to use. You can download episodes. That's what I use for podcasts.
Awesome. So it is, so guys, when you're looking it up, it's called Podcast Addict. Like
It's the first thing that pops up.
Perfect. So download that and then search MLM Nation. And I would honestly, what I would do is I would start from 1, because I think there's like over 60 episodes now. But he kind of, just starting and just going through them, like when you're driving, when you're whatever. You'll just, they're just great. They're about half an hour to 40 minutes, and you're learning. I mean, from Danny Johnson, I believe she's the one who was the first person he interviewed on there. So I know there was a few Christian network marketers that are on there that just really, really poured into me, and now I'm actually connected with them, and I've had meetings with them and just kind of talking to them how they keep God in their business, and it's just been really something that's been huge for me. So that's.
Can I say something for a second? So what he's saying, MLM, I just wanted to let you know it's an acronym. It's multi-level marketing. Because I know sometimes it's hard to figure out what he's saying.
Oh, this guy is Chinese.
MLM.
This guy is Chinese, and he is hard to understand sometimes. But he's hilarious. Like Mark and I make fun of him because it's just kind of funny the way that his words. But listen, if the guy who was not born in America can make a business work for him, and he's also a Christian too, then I think we can do it. He's got a little bit of a language barrier, but he's making it happen. So, I'm loving learning from him and the people that he brings on. Hopefully they'll bring on a Beachbody coach. That would be pretty cool. You can also just go on the website MLMNation, I think .net, and you can listen to them all on there too. But just something to kind of give you guys a little thought process. Maybe for some of your personal development, and just something to build you up, because that's what we constantly need. So I know I was talking to a few coaches at the dinner, and we talked about the Power Hour and how that's working out for them. And I just wanted to know kind of how you guys are doing it. And actually, this is something I learned today, or I heard from this guy today on the MLM Nation podcast, is actually he was a top real estate agent, number 2 in the state. And he asked himself one day, he's working his tail off, and he asked himself, is this what I want to be doing the rest of my life? And then he kind of went into a soul searching mode and was asking, went to like franchise conventions and all the different regular business convention stuff, and was trying to figure out what he wanted to do before he got into network marketing. And he started with 1 hour a day, because he was still running his real estate company. He's like, I've got kids, these are my priority, I've got my other business, I'm gonna give this 1 hour a day. And that's how he started. And he said he blocked off that 1 hour a day, like from 6 to 7, like he protected it. Like he said, somebody could call and say, hey, I want to buy one of your houses at 6 o'clock. He said, nope, not gonna happen. He protected that time that much. The only thing that he would have stopped him was a family emergency. So what I'm asking you guys is, are you guys setting up your Power Hour? Because this business can be built part-time, an hour a day. It can be, if you make it happen, and your activities in that time are your IPAs, the income producing activities. So I thought that was really cool that he was like, hey, I just blocked that out. Family knew, everybody knew from 6 to 7, and that's what I was going to be doing. I'm building that business. So I'm going to open it up to you guys. How are you guys doing with doing that, with blocking out a time slot? Are you able to block it out, or is it kind of something that might shift, or if it doesn't happen, that's the first thing that goes? Or let me know what you guys are doing with it.
Well, I'm just trying to get better with it. I think, like we were talking about, just trying to get it down, pretty good, especially before I start my other job, because a lot of times I find myself, getting distracted with this or that, things that aren't very effective or productive. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, that was probably my number one problem when I started, is that the things that I thought were income producing activities, like scrolling Facebook or making great posts. Those weren't the things. Hi, buddy. Julia's sleeping.
As long as he doesn't get too loud.
As long as that's why she wrote. Look at what she wrote, guys. I don't know if you can read this. She said, "Shh." Sorry. Hey, there's still a little E&E going through my blood. I'm sorry. My legs are still jacked. So that hour, protecting it and then scheduling out when you have that hour, what are you doing in it? Let me ask Kimberly, how are you doing with that, Kimberly? David? I'm going to meet you guys.
What was that, James? Can you repeat that again?
We were just talking about the power hour, and I was talking about the importance of protecting that time. And was just asking how are people doing with setting up a power hour, making it happen? Does it fluctuate in time? Does it are we getting the stuff done that should be done in those hours? Just kind of getting feedback from you guys.
I don't have an actual power hour that I can schedule out because I've got 5 kids. And so at any given moment in time, somebody might need me. So what I have that works for me is I have a checklist of things I have to do that day for my business. And as long as I get through that checklist by the end of the day, it's been a successful day.
Right. That's awesome.
I'm working on my checklist.
Yeah, me too. I'm working on mine today. I haven't posted my accountability yet. No, but that's huge because, maybe, obviously moms here, especially with the early babies, they're not able to leave the babies unless they're sleeping, like right now. So that's great. But making a checklist so you say, hey, you can ask yourself at the end of the night, did I move my business forward today? And another question to ask yourself is, if my coaches did what I did today, would they be successful? So those are great topics. Now, Kat Ramos, what about you? How are you doing with the power hour? What? Oh, I didn't unmute you. I'm sorry.
What was the question?
Hello, are we here? I'm just kidding. Power hour, how are you doing with that? How are you doing with scheduling it, protecting that time? And then are you doing income producing activities like inviting, making new friends, following up?
Yeah, I've been overdoing it, and I think I've been kind of just overthinking it, getting too detailed, getting too, I don't know how to explain it, but I don't think that I was hitting the points or the marks that I should have, because that, like I said, I was just overdoing it. And when basically it's really that simple to invite, and I just get, not distracted. It's not that. It's just I want to make sure that everything I say is to perfection. And that's what gets me to not connect or not able to invite at times because of that. I overthink it, overword it.
Right.
So that's been taking up a lot of my time. But now that I just, had to take some time alone and just think some things through and review some of my notes. And a lot of times, even in my notes, I just repeated myself over and over, like it's a time waster. So, but yes, today was much more productive. I would try to do it more simple, just try to keep it short, and it didn't take up much of my time actually, and it was good.
Awesome. So in an ideal power hour, I mean, it can be different for everybody, but the things that I would start off with is inviting, because that's usually the hardest part. So I would start with, making sure you're getting out 3 to 5 invites a day. Now, keeping that calendar, I don't know if you guys want to print it out every week or just have it open and available, because that calendar is meant as a tool for everybody to be able to know what they can invite to. So it's not always the same thing, or just inviting to a challenge group, or constantly inviting to the coaching opportunity. But if you have a webinar, or if we have a roller skating night, or if we have whatever, mixing it up with people. And then that's a little bit easier to invite to too if you have something you're inviting to. So that 3 to 5 a day, make 5 new friends a day, and then new conversation / follow-up. So if you can get that, you can definitely get that done in an hour. If you're not, scrolling Facebook and whatnot. And I'm gonna actually show you guys something real quick. I'm gonna do another screen share and show you what my Facebook looks like. Where is it? Where are you? Oh, okay. So when I go to Facebook, when I come down here to work, now I wish it had this for my phone because that'd be awesome. But here is what my Facebook looks like. So, wow, computers.
You got 3 open.
Andrea, I know I'm trying to show them what. Sorry.
It's just running slow.
Right. Sorry guys, this is running super duper slow. But I have this app on Chrome. It's called Facebook Eradicator, and it'll actually take away my newsfeed so I can't see it, and it gives me a motivational thought of the day. So this is what my Facebook looks like. So when I come down to work, I know I can't go and get lost in the newsfeed because it won't even show it to me. So Facebook Eradicator, it's off of Chrome, and you just download it, and so if you're going to work, this is what you're doing. So right now I would go into messages. This is where I would start, and go from there. So that's what I do when I sit down and I have limited time. So just kind of giving you guys some tips and what we do. So if they came out with a phone version, I'd be so excited because that's what I do. That's where I waste so much time in my life right here. I should probably have a huge thumb because I got this motion going down, scrolling motion. So did that help anybody kind of to see what should be done as like income producing activities? Invites, guys, let's not make this too difficult. It's like the simpler we make it, and then get people, once people say yes to either the opportunity or whatever, send them the videos, and then let's set up a 3-way call. The whole system can be simple. We just have to try to kind of keep it that way. I know I overcomplicate things all the time, and I'm trying to just keep it simple. So, any questions about power hour stuff? Okay, anybody? Just wave a hand on YouTube if you have any questions. No? We're good? Oh, big congrats out to Marissa. First challenge pack sold today. Woo woo. I think there was a dancing person on my in our message today. No. Oh, if your prospects don't use social media, totally fine. 3-way call, email. I mean, honestly, more professional way of building a business would probably be off email because professionals use email every day. They're not on Facebook. So if you want to send, if they're not on social media, totally fine. Phone calls work. Links from emails work with a.
I think what actually works best is if you ask your prospect. What's the best way for me to get a hold of you? So that's how you want to meet them where they're at.
Right.
So if they love texting, do the texting. If they love email, do the email. I mean, it's always good to have the email addresses anyway, because if they're not on Facebook, then you want to be able to have a good way of getting a hold of them that's convenient for you. But if you really want to meet that person where they're at, you need to find out what they're comfortable with. So
yes, great tip. Asking people what's the best way of contacting you. Email, phone, Facebook, Twitter, whatever, but what's the best way? And I wanted to kind of just I know this is the hard part, is the invite. So I just kind of want to give you guys a little bit more insight on that. So with GoPro, you guys all got GoPro and Reddit, I believe, but there's a direct invite. That's easy. Just asking directly. Indirect is asking if they know anybody that'd be interested in blank, blank, blank. And then there's the will you help me version. And I actually did that will you help me version with a close friend today that is been on my chicken list forever, who's struggling with financially and has a big dream and a huge, very motivated person. But that's what I did today. I said, hey, would you help me? I want you to take a look at my process and how I present to people my business. Without inviting him, I just invited him to take a look at my videos. So so he's gonna, I'm gonna show it to him tonight. He's gonna give me some feedback. I told him I've actually already made my own, but I'm not confident enough to send those out. So I'm using my teammates, which I'm using Mark's. So just wanted to get some feedback on it, how the website works, how it looks, if it's engaging, if it's boring, if it's, and by that way, he's actually going to be in front of the presentation, right? So I can ask him his feedback. Well, what did you like about it? Would you, and if he's interested, if he's got, a business mindset, then he'll say, hey, we'll talk a little bit more about this. Or if he's not interested, either way, he's still got in front of the video, right? And I'm getting feedback, so how we can make our business better. So those are 3 ways of inviting, guys. Don't let it hold you back, or your chicken list, because we all got them. Has everybody got a chicken list on here? A chicken list is somebody you're afraid to ask, invite. No, you guys are way more confident than I am. I'm just kidding. So that's really all I have. Kimberly had a question that I totally forgot about. Kimberly, I'm going to unmute you, and I wanted to kind of chat with you about. You asked before about wanting to see a video. You want to see a video on how to, like a breakdown of how to make an income, like a serious income with Beachbody, and I wanted to make that video for you. I know there's a lot out there, and I kind of was like trying to figure out the easiest way. And then I remembered that they came up with the leadership ladder. Has anybody looked at that in the back office? If you log in, go all the way to the right. There's a leadership ladder. Kimberly, have you seen that yet?
No.
Kimberly?
Leadership ladder, but can you hear me?
Yeah, barely.
I've not really looked at the leadership ladder, no.
Okay. So I'll find some more information on that, some more videos. But the leadership ladder really explains where your benchmarks are going to be at to build your business and to build your income. So it looks at your weak leg volume and your success club points and those kind of things, showing you where you're going to be at, where your next rung is or your next step is to get to your next volume or your next pay increase. So go ahead.
I was just going to say, from what I've learned from it so far, which I feel like when we were in Summit, it was a little bit over my head, but I've looked at it again. And basically what it is that it's not just, you can't just do one thing to be successful in this business. It's a combination of things. And so I feel like the leadership ladder, it's like just spells it out for you. I mean, I don't have it in front of me, so I can't tell you, but it basically says you need to, for this rung of the ladder, it's best if you have this, this, and this. So it's kind of like 3 suggested requirements, I would say. And so then if you've reached that, then you're going to try to get up to the next rung, and it's going to be, okay, you're working for this, this, and this. And if you hit those requirements,
this will be what you're going to make.
The suggested requirements, then this is about what you should be making, like in between here and here. So I thought it was really good, because I feel like, we've been doing this for a little while, and I feel like it's always like, well, wait a second, should we put them on this leg or this leg, or should we put them under you or me, or should, and I just feel like it's always been, everybody's just like, well, do it however you think is best, and it's like, well, I don't know what is best. That's why I'm asking. But I feel like corporate has come up with a really good system and spelling it out for you on what you should be doing.
And some people think that they're going to be starting to use the leadership ladder more for even bonuses instead of like the ranking, how it's 15-star makes $40,000 quarterly bonus. They're thinking they're probably going to start going to volume or even weak leg volume based on those things eventually, because that really shows if you're building your business or not. So Kimberly, we can get into that a little bit more, or maybe we can do another call about it later, and maybe we'll screen share and show where we're at and where how that all works. But basically, it's your weak leg volume which is going to pay you out, because like right now I'm sitting at a huge left leg volume, and I have $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 sitting there until I build my weak leg. And as I build my weak leg, the money will just keep flowing. So right now, personally, I'm putting everything and everyone on that weak leg so that I can benefit the most from, financially from it. So I know you were asking about that. I hope that helps a little bit, but I would definitely look into it, or even YouTube some videos about leadership ladder for Beachbody. I'm going to unmute you, Kimberly. Oh, you already unmuted. Kimberly?
Sure, I'll definitely look at that.
Cool. All right, guys. Well, does anybody else have any questions about anything? I know tomorrow, Kat and I have a 3-way call. Good job on that. Honestly, guys, you can maybe even base your business off of how many 3-way calls you're setting up, and how that's moving along. Maybe try to set a goal for yourselves and work on that. But any questions before we end the call tonight? Anybody? Just went on my leadership ladder and it makes more sense. Cool. YouTube videos on it, because it's going to be, it confused the heck out of me originally. And I've seen it. We've seen it at Cancun. We've seen it in Summit. And I was still like, what? And then Mark and I sat down and kind of did a little bit of the plugging away. And we're like, oh, well, that makes sense. It's all based off the weak leg volume. So, so yeah, just try to, we'll have more training on that in the future. And I think that's going to be more and more to know what your volume, what your pay cycles are going to be.
Yeah.
So,
and I just want to recommend, don't get lost in it, because you can get lost in it. Don't get lost in it. I just pretty much figured, like, hey, I haven't accomplished the first rung yet, so I'm going to focus on what they're saying the first rung is. Then once I accomplish that, then I'm going to really just start understanding what the second one is.
First rung is Success Club 5 every month. So that's our bare minimum that we're aiming to hit. I know we were talking to the Mises, and this is what Mark and I talked about. He said if you consistently put 2 to 3 new coaches in your organization, personally sponsored, every month, in 2 to 3 years, this will be a full-time income. Now, if you want to shorten that time frame, sponsor more coaches, and that's how you do it. Oh, I'm going to bring this up for our last point. I know we're running late here. Mark had talked about, actually, we were with Joe and Tina, and they had mentioned, and Mark posted it today in the Team Infinity page, and about the word recruiter, recruiting, recruit. What is your guys' thoughts on that word? I'm going to unmute everybody right now. What do you guys think when somebody says I'm a recruiter? You have to recruit people. How do you guys feel about that word?
I feel like it's like talking somebody into something.
If you're saying I'm a recruiter?
Yeah.
Okay. What about everybody else?
My initial recruiter was, for me, I'm just saying, like, this lack of knowing what a recruiter was. I always thought about the military.
That's the first word that came to my mind.
Kimberly, what do you guys think about the word recruiter?
I think about a hunter. David is, because he's looking for a job right now, he's being contacted by bunches of recruiters. They're hunting for talent for jobs. So I kind of think of somebody who's hunting for somebody.
Yeah. So, and then Anthony, what's your thought on the word recruiter?
I think my initial thought was, goes to the military.
So, military. Okay, military, headhunter, flex off. We should take a picture of that. Ooh, look at those guns.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Military, job. What else did we say? Negative or positive? Is it a negative or positive word if you heard it?
Negative. It feels negative to me because it sounds so demanding and strict and
Negative.
Did Kimberly or David say negative?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's David instantly.
So recruiter to me was the way I put it with network marketing was the way that the words that I've always heard is I have to get in this and recruit my friends. And that would be a negative connotation, or not condensation, however, whatever the word. Connotation, I guess. I've never used that word before. We'll never do it again. So, condensation. That's a good way of condensationing it. So, the word recruiter, if you think about it in a professional sense, like David was talking about, is you don't have people get recruited that are sweeping floors at Giant Eagle or at a gas station or working at McDonald's. They're not recruited. The people that sit on the sidelines in sporting events, in high school, if they were bench warmers, they were not being recruited. So if you think about it in that ways, recruiters are always looking for talent, right? Like David's talking about, he has recruiters, headhunters calling him because he has talent. Military recruiters are looking for talent. You see them at events and they're doing the pull-ups and they're actually seeing who's physical and who can actually do something. They're looking for people that can actually perform, right? So I think that was interesting because Joe was talking to us, and Joe Gonzalez was a commercial banker, real estate, or whatever he does, but that's what he did. And he said that recruiters were always calling the top people. They weren't calling the lower people. They were always calling the top people that were mid six-figure earners. Were the headhunters that were calling those people. They weren't calling the secretaries and trying to recruit them. They weren't calling the people in the mail room. They were calling the people that were talented, that had some talent, had some ambition, and so they were being recruited. So that kind of put a whole twist on the word recruiter for me, because you don't look at when you're playing football in sports, you're like, hey, the college recruiters are going to be here. You're going to play your best game or try to get out there. Hey, coach, put me in or something. You want to do your best for the recruiters because you want to go get a college scholarship. Or in college, they see the NBA recruiters are there. Nobody ever puts that like if you're a sports recruiter, that's a pretty cool job. I knew one. I did his wedding before. I was like, oh, that dude is a Browns recruiter. That's pretty cool. I never thought of him negative. I thought he's the one that's going to search out talent from college teams and whatnot. So I think that was a little mind shift I had to do, is say, hey, when people say, are you recruiting? Well, yeah, I'm recruiting. I'm looking for the best of the best. I'm looking for the talent. I'm looking for the ones that are going to show up. I'm looking for the ones that are motivated and driven, and I'm looking to recruit them onto our team. So yes, I'm a recruiter, and I'm recruiting. I might not be recruiting you because you're lazy, or I am looking to recruit you because you're super motivated, you're driven, you're positive, you're inspiring, you're killing it and whatever. So those are the kind of people I want to talk to anyways. The people that are, negative Nancy's and, pushing a broom and saying, hey, I work at McDonald's and I want $15 an hour. Those are not the people I'm looking for. So just kind of a thought process with you guys. I know it was a negative connotation. Yeah, there we go again. It was a condensation in my head for a long time, because that's what people thought is, I have to recruit my friends. That's what I thought about it. So I'm just kind of piggybacking on what Mark was talking about today in the team page, and what we were talking with Joe and Tina. Now they're making mid six figures with Beachbody, and they're recruiting coaches. They're looking for the best people to be on their team. They're not looking to spend their time with people that aren't willing to work and go at it. So just a little side thing to kind of think about with that word. So that's it. Anything else, Ange?
When I was just gonna say, when you start looking at it that way, I don't know, it's kind of the whole mindset thing of how we the book Go for No, how we looked at failure before. How it was failure, me, success, and it's actually me, failure to success.
Right.
Also, it's so that's pretty good. I like that.
Anthony, I just thought your arm was I thought your arm just shrunk.
No, those are boys.
That's great. The little arm, the little T-Rex arm coming out. That's hilarious. Yeah, that's good. All right, guys. Well, I catch you guys on too late tonight. Thank you for jumping on. I hope you guys got some value. And if there's anything that you know, it'll be recorded. So have a great day. Tomorrow we'll have that webinar at noon. So, you know, feel free to still invite to it. I posted the event on the team page. So you can always add people to that. And go change the world. Not like
Change the world.
Change in the world. All right, guys. We'll see you.
All right.
Take care. Bye.